Friends, this is Sabba Siddiqui from St. Mary's High School, Mira, as a delegate of Costa Rica. Costa Rica, country of Central America, its capital is San Jose. Of all the Central American countries, Costa Rica is generally regarded as having the most stable and most democratic government. The constitution abolished the country army, gave women the right to vote, and provided other social, economic, and educational guarantees. It has one of the highest literacy rate. Central non-governmental organization and pro-democracy foundation have their headquarters in San Jose. Costa Rica is also known for its strong commitment to the environment. Ticos, as the people of Costa Rica are called, use the phrase "pura vida" means pure life. Ticos are generally proud of their political freedom and their relatively stable economy. Climate: breeze bring abundant rain to the Pacific coast in the wet season, generally May to October in the north and April to December in the south. The higher mountain ranges have warm climate temperature and the Pacific slope have alternating wet and dry season. Thank you.
Hello friends, this is Patil Chaitra from St. Mary's High School, Mira, as a delegate of Costa Rica. Nearly 4/5 of Costa Rica population is of Europe descent, and as a result, Costa Rica has the largest percentage of people of Spanish descent in Central America. 1/10 of country inhabitants have live in Guiana provinces are a blend of descendants of colonial Spanish, indigenous and African people. The Spanish they speak is more like that Nicaragua than that the valley center. Costa Rica is neither rich as its name implies nor as poor many of its neighbors. The country wealth is better distributed among all social classes elsewhere in Central America. During the 90s, the Costa Rica standard of living declines somewhat as a result of economic stagnation of inflation, but by the 90s and into the 21st century, the country was weighing with Panama and Brazil for Central America highest per capita gross national product (GNP). Government controls key utilities including electricity, water, fixed line, telephone and port and rail facilities as the entire for free medical care, but private enterprises is still strong. An influencer in policy making, continuous effort to diversity, the economy has succeeded in reducing the traditional dependence of agriculture exports, particularly Costa Rica age breakdown. Costa Rica population growth rate was among the highest in the world. As generally prosperity and urbanization increase, however, the population growth rate decreases. Despite a drop in both and the generation in fact moderately rates, the decrease in the population growth rate was largely attributed to the fact that by the late 20th century middle class Costalian families were having fewer children than previous generation. Life expectancy in Costa Rica is sustainably longer than in the most other Central America countries and in more comparable to the life expectancies in developed countries.
Hello friends, this is Mahek Solanki from St. Mary's High School, Mira, as a delegate of Costa Rica. Agricultural, forestry and fishing. The country's traditional dependence on agriculture, fewer than 1/6 of economically active Costa Ricans work in the agricultural sector, which contributes about 1/10 of GNP. Sugar and coffee from the highlands, bananas produced mainly in the Caribbean lowlands, and pineapples grown in farms located throughout the country are some of the most important crops, accounting for nearly half the total value of all exports. Non-traditional agricultural products such as cut flowers, gourmet coffee, herbs, and macadamia nuts have increased in importance and manufactured food products. Tilapia fish farming, which grew significantly in the 1990s, has made Costa Rica the principal supplier of tilapia to the United States. Resources and power. Costa Rica's agricultural land and climate are its most important natural resources. The country has few mineral resources. Manufacturing. The main items manufactured for export are machinery, food products, textiles, chemical, and electronic products. Trade. Coffee, bananas, and pineapples are still shipped in great quantities to the United States and Western and Central Europe. Other exports of importance include textiles, fish and shrimp, sugar, cut flowers. Beef, formerly is the third largest export, has declined in importance. Costa Rica measure important sources. Products such as wheat from the United States, for which the Costa Rican climate is not suitable. Non-food imports include insecticides and other chemicals, machinery and crude oil and petroleum products. More than 2/5 of imports come from the United States. Most of the rest originate in China, Mexico, Guatemala and Germany. In 2007, Costa Rica approved the implementation of the Central American Dominican Republic Free Trade Agreement. Government. Constitutional framework. Costa Rica is governed by its Constitution of November 1949, the 10th in its history. A president, two vice presidents, and a unicameral legislative assembly are elected at the same time for a term of 4 years. Local government. The country's 7 provinces are administered by governors appointed by the president. Security. Costa Rica has no army and promotes demilitarization elsewhere as a part of its foreign policy. It maintains a non-conscripted civil guard that has police duties. There are also district police. Health and welfare. Costa Rica has greatly reduced the incidence of diseases associated with tropical climates. Malaria has been virtually eliminated except in the border areas. With Nicaragua, waterborne diseases are rare and mortality rates are low. A number of agencies promoting human rights have established headquarters in San Jose. Education. The Constitution provides free and compulsory education. The central government oversees school attendance, curricula, and other educational matters. About 1/4 of the country's budget is allocated to education, and more than 9/10 of the population is literate. School attendance is relatively high, with more than 9/10 of children aged 6 to 11 enrolled in primary schools and more than 3/5 of students aged 12 to 16 enrolled in secondary schools.